see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy...
On the second day of private testing at the Sepang circuit, Toprak Razgatlioglu returned to the track to continue developing Yamaha's latest V4 engine. While the first day focused on engine stability and power characteristics in fast corners, on the second day, Yamaha shifted its attention to the next-generation aerodynamic package, touted as the most aggressive evolution of their V4 project so far. Toprak was seen testing a new fairing with a much more radical shape, including layered winglets reminiscent of the dual-level downforce concept. Yamaha is believed to be pursuing major improvements in braking stability and acceleration, two areas that have historically been weak. From the trackside, a smoother engine sound with more aggressive output could be heard, an indication that Yamaha is starting to find the right direction. According to insider reports, this new aerodynamic package is specifically designed to maximize downforce at high speeds, without compromising the bike's signature agility. And Toprak, with his Braking King style, is the perfect person to test the limits of this package. But it wasn't just the Aero that caught the eye. Some surprising facts emerged on the second day of testing. Toprak's speed increased significantly by several tenths of a second compared to the first day. A huge leap for a bike still in the early stages of development. Yamaha also tested a new ride height device, believed to be a lighter and more responsive revised version. An ex-Ducati technician was reportedly present in the Yamaha garage, monitoring data and providing feedback on corner exit stability. His presence sent the paddock into a frenzy. Fabio Quartararo quietly provided feedback on Toprak's telemetry, indicating that Yamaha is now working much more compactly and aggressively than before. This second day of testing demonstrated that Yamaha's V4 project is no longer an experiment, but a real weapon for the upcoming season. And Toprak, with his unique riding style, appears to be the key to accelerating the adaptation process to the new bike. If this progress continues, Yamaha could truly become a major threat again in MotoGP, and the second day of the Sepang test is a strong signal that their revival project is just beginning. And here's the full story. Continuing testing Yamaha's latest V4 engine. After the first day focused on the engine's power, torque, and response characteristics in various cornering styles, the second day was even more exciting as Yamaha began deploying the new aerodynamic package it had been developing for months in Europe and Japan. The atmosphere in the garage was already bustling from morning. Technicians were seen installing the latest fairing with a much more aggressive design, tiered winglets, and sharper air intakes. Many observers called this Yamaha's biggest evolution in aero development since the M1 era. Yamaha had completely changed the direction of development, and Toprak was the ideal person to test the limits of all these updates. When Toprak took to the track, the Yamaha V4 bike appeared significantly more stable when entering fast corners. The new Aero package provided more consistent downforce, especially under extreme braking, which is Toprak's trademark. From the sidelines, the engine sound sounded more solid yet smooth, indicating that Yamaha had also modified the exhaust system and electronic mapping to balance the engine's character with the new aerodynamics. As a result, the bike seemed to grip the asphalt more when exiting corners, reducing wheelies, which had been one of Yamaha's weaknesses, especially on tracks with short accelerations to high speeds. What made the second day of testing even more interesting was the emergence of several surprising facts. Toprak's lap speed increased significantly, estimated to be around 4/10 of a second faster than the first day. This was a significant jump considering Yamaha's V4 bike was still in the early stages of refinement. Furthermore, Yamaha also introduced the latest version of the ride height device, which is lighter and has faster response. Toprak is said to be very pleased with the changes to this device, because it makes the bike much more stable on straights without losing acceleration. The excitement intensified when a former Ducati engineer was spotted in the Yamaha garage. His presence sparked much speculation that Yamaha was building a stronger technical team, and was not afraid to draw inspiration from its rivals. This moment immediately sent the paddock into an uproar, as Yamaha has long been known for its conservative technical recruitment, and major changes like this are rare. Meanwhile, Fabio Quartararo, who did not participate in the morning session, continued to monitor Toprak's telemetry from the garage. Fabio even provided feedback to the technicians regarding the Aero performance during corner exits. He seemed quite satisfied with the progress the bike had shown, something he had rarely seen in the past few seasons with Yamaha. Interestingly, Yamaha apparently tested not just one Aero package but two. Version A focuses more on high downforce for extreme braking, while version B is more efficient on straights with lower drag. Toprak reportedly felt more comfortable with version A, which suited his aggressive style, but version B offered better top speed, making the bike more competitive on tracks with long straights. These two Aero versions will likely be combined into Yamaha's final package for the upcoming season, achieving a balance between stability and top speed. With all these developments, it's clear that Yamaha's V4 project is no longer just an experiment. This bike has become the main foundation of Yamaha's MotoGP revival plan. The support of new technicians, radical aero, the latest ride height device, electronic developments, and direct feedback from Toprak and Fabio have put Yamaha on a much more aggressive and competitive path. If this progress continues, Yamaha could truly become a major threat in MotoGP again, and the arrival of Toprak with his unique riding style is key to accelerating this entire development process. The second day of Sepang proved one thing: Yamaha is on the rise, and this resurgence could be one of the biggest stories of the next few seasons. Amidst the seemingly quiet and tranquil paddock, the big news suddenly emerged that Toprak Razgatlioglu was returning to the Sepang track to test the Yamaha V4 engine. The test was originally planned to be very private, with almost no leaks. However, as soon as rumors circulated of Toprak's sudden appearance, the atmosphere around Sepang immediately changed. More tense, more curious, more questionable. Many initially thought this session was just a regular warm-up, but within a short time, those assumptions were shattered. As soon as the Yamaha V4 bike emerged from the pit lane and Toprak began his first lap, the paddock was plunged into silence. Not only was the engine sound more aggressive, but Toprak's handling of the bike was far from what the technicians had anticipated. In the opening minutes, Toprak opened the throttle with an aggressiveness that conveyed complete confidence, even though this was a new prototype engine, which usually makes riders cautious. But it was here that the first surprise emerged. Toprak immediately recorded a top speed higher than the baseline data from the previous test, forcing Yamaha technicians to run to the monitors to confirm their readings were accurate. It didn't stop there. Toprak's series of maneuvers made even more people shake their heads. With his characteristic unpredictability, he demonstrated super deep braking that even official Yamaha test riders hadn't dared attempt before. Long, controlled slides, something he usually only does on a WSBK bike. Extreme bank angles in the fast Sepang corners that made some think he was going to crash. But no, he just accelerated even faster. Explosive acceleration out of corners that demonstrated his ability to adapt to the V4's completely different character from Yamaha's old inline 4. Yamaha engineers were seen repeatedly looking at each other as if to say, "This doesn't make sense." Even some technicians from rival teams who happened to be around to prepare for the next test were seen watching from a distance. Toprak seemed to be taking Yamaha's V4 engine to a level never before achieved, and all in a matter of laps, not hours. What caused even more commotion in the paddock was an internal report that Toprak had managed to beat Yamaha's predicted lap time simulation for next year, even though they were only in the middle stages of engine development. Telemetry data showed he was able to stabilize the bike's performance under hard braking, an area that had long been Yamaha's Achilles heel, and even provided new insights that the Japanese engineers hadn't considered. One insider said that Toprak's unexpected actions that day led two senior Yamaha engineers to change the development plan for the next session. Toprak's input was deemed too important to ignore, and could have accelerated the progress of the V4 project by several months. For many, this test was more than just a test. It was a glimpse into the moment a rider truly bonded with a new, untamed machine. And Toprak's ability to tame Yamaha's V4 performance led many analysts to believe he could be the key to Yamaha's resurgence. Even before the 2026 MotoGP season began, some around the paddock summed up their impressions with a single sentence that summed up the surprise of the day. Toprak did something even Yamaha themselves couldn't predict. He changed the direction of the project in just one test session. With such performance, it's no exaggeration to say that perhaps
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease.